Welcome back to Here's the Thing. Thanks to 2.0 and the safety meeting for providing the musical interlude before we bring in Andrew McGrath. Drew!
What's going on?
Happy belated birthday, man. How you doing?
Thank you. Good.
Did you go out to the strip club and have a good time last night?
No, unfortunately. It was actually a nice, low-key chill day.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
I know you're a big fan of your birthday. Is low-key? Low-key's got to be weird for you, right?
Yeah, well, it was different.
Like as far as adults that I know go, I don't know anybody that likes their birthday as much as you do. Like I feel like once you hit a certain age, birthdays just kind of fall off. But you still celebrate birthdays with that like 8-year-old zest. And I'm not saying that like I'm not mocking you. Like yeah. I'm kind of jealous of you because you still seem to have that joy that frankly eludes so many of us.
Well, there was two reasons. Well, because of always playing sports and always, especially during baseball, I was playing during so like I never really had a party with friends or something like that because it was a party with team.
Right.
And then with my dad and his birthday being July 4th.
Right.
Celebrating that together. And then since he's passed, I've tried to appreciate my birthday more now because just in like memory of him.
So your dad's birthday would have been this past 4th Friday.
Yeah.
I know there were a million different places to watch fireworks, including at Sal Magley after the Americans game. I assume the casino fireworks were separate, right? I wasn't here.
No, they were Thursday.
The casino's fireworks were Thursday.
Yeah, so they're always the day before. Or they're always the day before.
Where the hell was I? I feel like I was here. No, I must not have been.
No, you left Thursday.
I don't know.
You were out of town.
All right. Anyway, so I celebrated the 4th at my wife's uncle's cottage near Lindenville.
That's why you were out of town, because you went to Lockport to be able to go.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anyway, played some cornhole.
Okay.
One thing I have found about playing cornhole is if you only put the boards 20 feet apart instead of the designated 27, I am so much better. Dude, I just kept hitting them. Boom, boom, boom. And, yeah. I know that when we played before, we tried to put them, as close to 27 feet apart as possible, by doing the walk-off with your feet thing. And I was not nearly as good at 27 feet. But at 20 feet, dude, if they make a new game called, like, Cornhole Light, I'm going to be a champion.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been playing in a couple tournaments lately.
Really?
At the Mission.
They're very cool.
Yeah, we've had 2 of them.
Very cool.
We actually played with the 27 feet.
That's the way you're supposed to play.
Yeah.
But when we were at the cottage, there wasn't enough room to do that. So, but yeah, I just kept hitting them. I know that the Buff Club does cornhole league. I know there's cornhole all over the place, which is cool. It's it's something different to do. One of my concerns with any sort of a league is similar to when we did that euchre tournament. I don't want to play with I enjoy playing. But I'm not great. I'm not the worst, but I'm not good. And I don't want to annoy people. And I don't want people to annoy me because, well, you're not very well. How do you get good unless you play? That's one of the reasons I like the bowling league we were on, is because for the most part, it was pretty chill. There were some teams that really took it serious. There were a couple guys that really took it serious, but for the most part, everybody was chill.
Yeah.
A lot of times. A lot of the things that I enjoy doing, no comment from the peanut gallery, I'm not really good at. But you know what I mean? But I enjoy them. Sex, for example. I enjoy it a lot, but I'm not going to win any awards. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Drew's not going to comment on that, which is good since he doesn't know. Although you should, it's probably on bathroom somewhere. Scott Leffler is the best.
Definitely not. Yeah. There's no bathroom option.
All right, so I was away pretty much the whole weekend. Did the 4th of July at the cottage. Had a lot of fun there. Then on Saturday, I went kayaking with my buddy Pat.
I've seen that.
We went to something or other lake in Medina, Glenview Lake or something like that. It was a lot of fun. It was really nice. I was kind of worried that I was going to burn like crazy because me with my delicate white skin. Actually, if you look at the back of my,
I can see the
line.
Yeah.
So went kayaking on Saturday, and then I got my hair cut on Sunday. And when they cut my hair to where it should be as opposed to where it was, I now have this like white ring around my hair. So that's kind of fun. But I was worried that I was going to burn like crazy, and I didn't. It was nice out. It was warm. It was nice by the lake though.
Yeah.
So you ever go kayaking?
No.
No? I like it. It's just something different to do. I go with my buddy Pat. We try to go a couple times a year, but we didn't get out once last year. But we went out and we basically just paddled around and, talk about life, solve the world's problems, whatever.
So nothing got solved?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing got solved. But it was a good time nonetheless. And then, like I said, then Sunday I got my hair cut. We also went to the Wilson Boathouse this weekend. They do live music, I think Friday night and Saturday nights.
Okay.
And so we went Saturday nights. My wife is, she's a band teacher, and a lot of her friends are also band teachers, and a lot of band teachers are in bands. So one of her good friends, husbands, friends, long story short, we went to see the Nickel City Choir Pimps, or Nickel City Pimp Choir. And they just do like, oldies. But very enjoyable, very good. Never been to the Wilson Boathouse before. It was really nice. The drinks were not crazy expensive. The food looked amazing. Unfortunately, did not eat there. We ate on the way there because we were worried about being late. But highly, highly recommended. So, yeah. And then Monday back at work. So, yeah. What about you? I mean, other than
I didn't really do anything. Yeah, it was Fourth I hung out with a friend Tim. Saturday I didn't do anything. Sunday I didn't really do anything either.
Really? Yeah. So you just spent your weekend like stocking up on energy for this show.
Sure.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. We'll see you next week. So I said in the earlier part of the show, like, I have no notes for what we're going to talk about today. I hope you brought something because I literally have nothing. Like I just spent everything I wanted to say.
I have nothing either.
There's no sports.
Not really. Other than baseball and the All-Star game that's going to be coming up, and the All-Star game home run derby. Other than that, that's like next week, I think it is. But,
does baseball still use the All-Star game to determine home field advantage for the World Series?
I don't know. They've been changing so many things lately. I don't know.
Right. I'm not a fan of All-Star games in general. They usually there's a lot more hype than actual like fun play. The one thing that I do like about the baseball All-Star game is, like the home run derbies and the things that lead up to the game itself is kind of boring. But the sideshows are kind of fun. Now the NHL this past year, their All-Star game was really cool. They did the Four Nations thing.
Yeah, the Four. Yeah.
And that was like some must-see hockey. I know people kind of went crazy about it because it was just it was really, really good hockey.
Oh yeah, I know what I think it was Sunday. I texted you.
Oh, right, because the bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Sunday. Drew texted me. Was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday. Anyway, whatever it was, Drew texted me. He said, "If you're home, put on the ESPN." And I was not home because I was at the Wilson Boathouse.
It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
I was at the Boathouse at the time. So did you watch any of the game?
Yeah, I was watching it. I watched it with DeMario. Actually,
yeah.
I watched it freaked him out. Like I was like, dude, it's basically it's Harlem Globetrotters that play baseball.
Right. So I've never seen a full-on game. They came to Coca-Cola Field, Salem Field, last summer or the summer before. I don't remember. Dude, tickets sold out like that. Like there was a lottery for tickets.
There's a lottery for every game.
Yeah.
Every game they have a lottery. Well, they have a lottery system, and then once you're accepted, because I looked on the website, then so it's a lottery system. You fill out your information. If you're selected, that's when you actually get to select the possible venue that you're going to go to.
Gotcha.
And this one, Saturday, was at Fenway Park.
Right. So, as Drew was saying, Savannah Bananas, it's kind of Harlem Globetrotters for baseball, with one exception. The Harlem Globetrotters, the games are almost entirely scripted, and the Globetrotters always win.
Mm-hmm.
The Savannah Bananas, they don't play baseball, they play banana ball. I'm doing air quotes that nobody can see. They don't play baseball, they play banana ball. Rules are a little different. It is 9 innings or 2 hours, whichever comes first.
Right.
But the game itself is legit. Now, the things they do in between pitches, they do dances and they do funny things, and this, that, but they actually play the game for real.
Okay, so now it's a little bit different though. So say the first inning, one of the teams scores 1 run in the top of the first. Okay, and then the Bananas score 2 runs in the bottom of the first.
Right.
The game's not 2-1.
It's 1-0.
Yes, because they go by score of the inning itself.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah, and then the last inning.
One of the cool rules I remember reading about is if you hit a foul ball and a fan catches it,
it's automatic out.
It's an out.
Yeah.
I like that rule. I actually do like that rule.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 strikes or not. It could be a first pitch, foul ball, a fan catches it, out.
Yeah. And they really do, from what I've seen, try to get the fans into the game. So it's mostly spectacle, but there is some real good sport to it. I've seen a lot of debate. I've been coughing like crazy today. I've seen a lot of debate on social media, people saying, these aren't real athletes. And I got to disagree. I feel like you got to be above and beyond to be able to not just play the game, because they can play the game, but then do all that extra stuff too.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Like there's a guy on stilts. Plays on stilts.
Yeah, he's not very good though.
No. So like I said, I've never seen a game. I've only seen clips. On
YouTube.
If
you ever look at their if you look at their batting numbers, their batting averages or stuff like that, a lot of their batting averages are not very good.
Well, it's because they make these crazy catches. I don't know. Were there any stupid crazy catches?
There was a couple of trick plays that were done.
Yeah.
Well, there's one guy the left fielder. Pop fly as he's catching it, he does a backflip in the air.
Right. Yeah.
But it only still counts as 1 out, though.
Right. But I'm just saying I feel like that requires a little bit more athleticism than normal.
I think. What it is I think if given the opportunity, a lot of major leaguers could probably do that stuff.
You think?
Yeah. At least the trick part.
So one of the cool things backing up to the tickets is that tickets are only $35.
Up to 125.
Really?
They're 35 up to 125.
I thought they were 35 across the board.
No,
unless you get them through if you get them from them, it's
35 to 125.
Oh, I thought it was
yeah. And then you can each person that wins their entry wins an entry. Being able to buy tickets can only purchase max is 5. You can purchase,
and that's fair.
Right.
I really do feel like that's fair.
Right, which is kind of cool too, because then one person can't just buy 20 of them.
Well,
and
did you ever try to go to a concert that sold out like that, or not even try to go, but you're this band is coming to town. That's cool. I'd love to check that out. And then tickets are released at 10 a.m. on Monday,
and then by 10:07 it's sold out.
And but you can get them through
all
brokers,
these other
but at 5 times the price.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying it should be illegal because I don't like laws in general, but the ticket company shouldn't. The Ticketmaster or whoever should not allow that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Congress should make a law, but I'm saying the bands or whatever should be no, that's bullshit. And the NFL used to have that, and Major League Sports used to have it in general, and they mostly did away with it by allowing third-party sales through their own websites. You can buy baseball tickets and then sell them through whatever the app.
Yes, StubHub and all those type of things.
No, not StubHub. I'm talking about there's a Major League Baseball app. Remember when we went to the Jays game a couple years ago, and I had to send you a ticket?
Yeah, that was through the Blue Jays website.
Right. Yeah.
But that was right. But that's through their own website.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Is that Major League Sports have largely.
But it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Though it wasn't really a vendor. It was them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is they're doing it themselves rather than forcing you to go through StubHub or whatever.
Right. And then a lot of people though, StubHub, Vivid Seats, all those type of things, it's actually they're already the tickets already purchased.
Right.
already, and it's just people putting them on those sites to be sold for.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
My buddy Joe that does the Think So Joe show, Wednesdays on All West New York Radio, he goes to a lot of Sabres games because he'll buy tickets day of for like $10.
I was going to say like $2.
Yeah, so seriously, like he gets them dirt cheap, and he goes on a somewhat regular basis because of that, because people are just trying to unload tickets.
Right, because they suck, yeah.
Yeah, because they're a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So, all right, Drew, we're going to take a break, play a couple songs, come back, and we'll talk a bit more.
Okay.
You're listening to Here's the Thing. He's Andrew McGrath. I'm Scott Leffler. This is All West New York Radio, and we'll be right back.